Hey, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Retro Spectrum video. You can watch me recording these live over at twitch.tv/EwanSpence, or you can enjoy them at YouTube and Facebook in the Retro Spectrum communities as well. Right, I want to talk about a game that stumbled over thanks to the Reddit community, although I did see that it had been posted up on some of the other Spectrum communities online over the weekend, and it's called Line. And it is, quite frankly, a thing of beauty. It's been coded. It's a modern game, coded by Patters, and let me show you. Now, it doesn't have a loading screen. It's supplied as a basic file, but he did offer a .tap file as well, which we will link to in the URL. And this is Line. That's it. That is the entire game. It's a one-line game that fits in one screen of the ZX Spectrum. Okay, so that's 32 characters across, 22 characters down, even though you've got 24 on the screen. The bottom two are reserved for your input line. And you have to code the entire game line. There's actually a whole genre of them I've discovered now that there, because Patters talks about these on his website. And line is, it's just lovely. So we have to load it into the emulator now. Which involves just a little bit of moving around here, because there was a static screenshot of it. So we're actually in the emulator now. It's set up on the tape player. I've just got to remember the correct commands now to get everything loaded in there, because it's a Spectrum keyboard. So I need to press where the Spectrum quotes are, not Shift 2. Programs line, it's loaded. So if we actually list it, you'll see there before that we have the full screen filled. That's it. I don't need to do any more. That's the game. Read it through, see what it does. It plays wonderfully. Okay, right, we're going to play it, because I did play it. Now, there's one key, and that key is any key you like, and that key lifts your line up. If you don't, it falls down. Simple as that. So, run. You ready for this? One line, computer program. Couple of noises as the stars fill the screen. Your line goes through, and you guide it to the exit. If you do nothing, it goes down. If you hold down any key, I'm for the moment using the enter key, then it will move up, and you just need to navigate your way through the maze. You're automatically going to go from right to left. You can't alter that at all. All you can sort of handle is the up and down. It's a bit like something like SF Cave that was on the Palm Pilot, and there's a couple of one key games that have come out as well. But it's and there's no score. It's just like, how far can you get before you die? You kind of remember that in the main. You get 3 lives. You can actually see your lives at the bottom right of the screen. This is a little slash. Level 7. I've got to level 8 once before and not passed it. I've not got to a level 9 yet. 1 life to go. Climb and drop. Climb and drop. There we go. Right, level 8. See if we can get away through there. Of course, you've got to try and work out where the path is while the screen is loading. Or you might make it through. There we go. Level 9. Level 9 means even more dots to go through, and dead straight away. And that's it. 1 line of code fills 1 screen. It's called Line, and I got to level 9. What a fantastic idea! What a great game! It's only been out like a week or two, but it's so retro and so modern. I'll put the link into the broadcast notes as well. And yeah, that's it. Line. Do you want to have a look at it again? Okay, there we go. That's it. It's wonderful. I'll run it again. I'll run it again, then we'll have a look at the code, because I just think it's a great idea. And you can see there now we've got our 2 slashes at the bottom of the screen to show our lives. Start of every level, the dots. Whoa! The dots get populated. The higher the level, the larger the number of dots will actually be on the screen. Dots, mines, asterisks. and you can't hit the bottom of the screen as well. So you've just, and pay attention. You got to just navigate your way through there in real time in one go through. It's just, I mean, I could see so many ways to improve this. You'd like to put a high score, a counter, you know, you'd get a point for every pixel you go through. Remember your high scores. There's a lot you could do with this, but having it just all locked onto one screen, I just think it's wonderful. Let's have a look at the code here. That's actually quite hard to read, but I can't remember what the ink command is. But at least I can just have a little pop-up of the on-screen keyboard. There's my virtual keyboard there. Okay, so 6. And the ink command is, where's the ink command hiding? Okay, it's X. But nope, can't remember that. We're just going to have to muddle through that way as well. Oh no, I know what we could do. We could just reload it and we could reset and load it in again. That'll give us a nice, better look at the code. Let's do it that way. Yep. Because it'll be in black and white then. There we go. Right then. Where are we at? Okay. So obviously you can see we've got a couple of loops embedded in here. For L equals -6 to 0. Beep, next L, so we get a little so look, it's even put an opening little diddly riff going in. Okay, we then have D, for D equals 1 to 3, poke that memory location with a border 0, and then clear the screen. That's probably going to be setting up the graphics of some description. Inc 2 for equals 90 to 20, plot the lines, draws. So that's going to be drawing the border. Next D, then print the level number at the top of the screen. So we're up to, I've got a cursor here, so we're up to about here now. Then put in your extra lives. So D is our lives. D is 1 to 3. So this whole central loop is our lives counter. Okay, we've got a cunning loop here to show the number of lives. Inc. Random 4 plus 3.5. Okay, so that is giving a random color for the levels. Y equals there. So there's Y number, and is giving us, I think that's the pixel count for our track across the screen. Then we throw in a random number of stars. Next Y. Okay, so that's the higher the level number, the more stars we're going to put on the screen. Inc 8. Plot. Plot just puts in a single pixel, so that's going to be where you start. You then have your scan for your in key strings. If there's a key, return 1 or 0. If that means add or take away. Point just puts in the point on the screen, so that's a direct right into the screen. Draw 2 pixels along, so you're moving it 2 pixels at every bunch. There's your loop that continues round for your keys. Next L. There's going to be a breakout here when it's doing a check. So I think that's what the point command does. It's not one I'm familiar with. Keep on drawing. Do you beep when you get to the end? Do you beep when you get to the end? And do your next D. So that means if your level's dead. You're dimensioning an array. And then if it's game over, level over, carry on, game over, well done. Does that mean that we have a victory condition? Game over, well done, and L is greater than E. So that looks like that we've got like number of levels. Anyway, that requires a lot of unpacking, which I could have done earlier. Yeah, that's it. MPDL, exactly. I've played modern mobile games with less gameplay and fun than this, and would have used much more code. Yeah, remember, of course, that you've got the high-level language basic. You've got the interpreter going on there as well and everything. But I'm not going to diminish it. This is a piece of art. There's lots of these single-screen, single-line games. There's a little repository up of them that I've discovered as well. And there's a competition for the last 2 years to do the best one-line game. But this is the one I discovered first. This is the one that I fall in love with. Listen, there's your beep. There's your little tick as the things go in. There's your draw 2 up or 2 down as you're going along. There's your crunchy noise when you get to the level. So there's a for next loop that's inside the level of can you get to the end of the screen. If you can get to the end of the screen, it resets everything. If it doesn't, it breaks out of that loop and it goes back to the for next loop that is your life counter. And there you go. That's it. It's line. It's wonderful. You know, there are people right now on Twitch who are going Fortnite, Apex Legends, or waiting patiently for the next version of Doom or modern Call of Duty, shooty up behind a rock sniping position. They don't know what they're missing, do they? Once more through. Okay, once more through. There we go. Level 1. Done. Level 2. That seems relatively easy, but of course you've also got to make sure that you get into the goal at the very end. It's not just reach the end of the line. Oh, you've got to reach the end of it and hit that open goal. And not do that. Swine. Okay, through. Lovely. Level 5. Level 5 respectable? Possibly. Oh, 2 close shaves there. There we go. Level 6. Level 6 feels respectable. There's a gap through the middle. Ah! Yeah! I mean, I've created a great missile command level there. Oh, that is line. Panners.itch.io/line. If you want to go and download that. The link is going to be in the description, but for those of you in the chat, there you go. You can do a direct download there for line. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's it. That's your Spectrum. That's Retro Gaming all in one.